Hey guys, Shay here. Thank you so much for clicking this video. If you want to see how I did these brows and how I did this eyeshadow look, keep watching. I almost forgot to prime. This is the matte primer by Rimmel. I've already put my SPF and I did my skincare routine. So I'm just putting this to prime my skin to prepare it for all the makeups. This is why you're supposed to prime first. So you don't have to do this operation. Try and get primer where you can. Then I'm going to apply my favorite pore filler by NYX. I use this in my cheek area where I've got very large pores. I like to fill them in so that when I now have my foundation, it doesn't look all lumpy and ditchy looking. This is a silicone based primer. Primers like this, they're not really advised to be put everywhere unless you need to put it, let's say your nose, but I would never put on my nose because my nose is fine. And if I put an extra texture and then I put the foundation, it's just not going to work, you know. So imagine you're baking a cake. Those people who bake cakes, you know, when you've baked your cake, you've trimmed the end or whatever you guys do. When you're about to put the icing, you fill in those little, like, you know, the dents with the icing. This is literally what you're doing. You're just filling in where there's ditches and stuff that needs to be filled so that when you now put the top coat or the fondant or whatever it is, it's all nice and even. There's no dips or anything like that. So make sure it's pressed in. And then for a long lasting effect, I use a translucent powder just on top and a bit on my nose. Looks so weird, I know, but the more base I create, the more even it will look. And this method literally will make your foundation last all day. Trust me, I've been to events, I've been to a wedding where I've done my makeup at 4 AM and I'm leaving there by 2. I look fresh. So what I do after that, I just dust off the excess. Then I get my makeup setting spray. Doesn't have to be this one, but this is Urban Decay. My favorite. They've got different ones, so I just spray it out. So then when I put my foundation, I don't know how it works, but the science of it is so wonderful. Guys, I love the brows. Like, okay. So now I'm waiting to apply my foundation. Yeah, I know. Foundation first today. I'm using My Perfect. This is a brand by Primark. It's literally the dupe of Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. And this is £5. It's affordable. Get into it! I'm using the shade Hazelnut. That's number 15. Oh God, they've got these top. I like them though, but they're just annoying now to open. I got nails on, guys. Come on. Name. Do I need the whole screwdriver to open this? I get why they're there, but damn. If this spills on me, you guys.
Congratulations! 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 Congratulations!
When I tell people, people don't believe me. Mad things happen to me. That is an example of manifestation. Be careful what you say. Really, like, and it made sure it just on me, on this camera. Don't worry. So because it's very deep and I don't like to pour it, I just get this is just a concealer brush. I dip it in and apply it to my face. And it's very, very much full coverage. Gosh, she's thick. Carried away a bit. If there's one thing I don't like with this foundation, it's the smell. It's not terrible, but it's not nice. And I'm using my beloved Taten brush. You guys, I've been using this brush for quite a bit now and I love it. So this is the leftover of my Taten brush. I prefer it this way. Can you guys make it like this? I really like it. So I'm going in circular motions. That's quite a lot of foundation sis you got on there. When you get to this point, you see why people who do brows after foundation, yeah, this is when I think about them, because now I'm playing dodge the brows. The thing with me, I like to use a shade darker foundation, because when I use concealer, I like to use a very bright concealer. So if I have a like my shade foundation and I use a concealer, everything just looks too bright, and then you've got the whole chest situation. So I think we are good to go.
Yep, good to go. I've seen that before.
This is the Makeup Conceal shade by Makeup Obsession in the shade 15. That's what I'm using today, and most likely the next day, but I'm gonna switch it up. I like to brighten up my face and define my face so it just doesn't look flat. And why I like to do this last, the bridge of my nose, I like to blend the concealer over the nose. So if I have the line and I'm trying to, you know, stay in shape, it's just time consuming. So I just prefer to do it like this. And I'm just going to leave this for a couple of seconds. And if you don't have a couple of seconds, just use a fan, darling. Yes. This saves me waiting for it to dry down a bit. So anyway, how are you guys? How have you been doing this quarantine? Like, it feels like we've been staying in the same week for the past 4-5 months. But it's easing down. But guys, please be safe out here. Wear your masks, wash your hands, social distance, okay? Thank you. Here's my concealer brush. Oh my goodness, it was almost dried out. So when it's almost dried out, I just go, yeah. You can alternatively use a beauty blender, beauty sponge. I just love my brushes. I'm going to apply C13, that's this one, the Makeup Revolution. On the lid is my primer. I want to apply that just quickly before I set my concealer. So now I'm going to quickly set the under eye. I'm going to use Terracotta by Makeup Revolution. Tap off all the excess powder. Oh yeah, I mixed it with a bit of the Airspun because I love the formula. I didn't conceal my nails, so this is pretty pigmented, so I'm just going to use that to be the concealer of the nose. Some here. Just go in the top of my brows. I'm going to just a bit of excess powder that I'm going to dust off to do the eyeshadow. This is the Morphe 15 palette. I'm missing a child there, but this is like a neutral palette. This is a Aster eye cream. This beautiful color is called Peacock. I'm going to apply that in the center of my lid. Get a blending brush. Note to yourself, do not wash these in the washing machine without a bag or a plain t-shirt, a new t-shirt around it. Otherwise this will happen. Yeah. So I'm going to use the shade. Ooh, ooh, girl, you big. I'll hold you. I'm going to use the shade Shook over here. There's my transition color. Damn, wake up. That's the thing with these Morphe shades, man. I like to place it first, then blend it. Excuse me. That's the thing what I've learned with this palette, and mainly Morphe palettes. Like this color, if you see it here, compared to what it's doing here, two different colors. So I've noticed that some of these colors go a bit darker, especially if you're using a wet base. They change the color, it just goes a bit deeper than what the color initially is. So this is in the shade Shook. Just applying that in the crease, then I'm going to blend Because if you just start blending, it's like, okay, but what are we blending? You can't blend something that's not there. I'm now using a smaller version of that brush. I'm going to use the shade Vavavoom and just use that in the corner. This time I'm not doing a V. I'm just blending it out and then blending it into the circle here. Place it first, then blend it out. Just going to push that shade in a bit more. I'm going to use the eyeshadow brush, the eyeshadow lid brush. My baking is done. I'm going to dust off, nothing here. I'm just dusting off all that excess powder. Using that same clean brush, I'm going to go one time over here, and then I'm just going to move my shadow, that's Vavavoom. Just place that a little bit on top to give you that melted seamless blend here. So you just overlap it just a bit and just blend them together. I'm using green, so you're wondering why she only put green on top of the gold. Using these eye creams, just using them by themselves as a base, you sometimes don't get the finished look that you want, but when I put it on top, it just gives me this very nice shimmery finish. I know someone's like, no, you should have just kept it that way. Don't worry, I just wanted to use this green. I'm going to use this by Topshop. This is the shade U10. It's a holographic eyeshadow. I've tried to just use this shadow by itself, but it brings out the green in the holographic when I use this green cream or green shadow, but it always works so perfect with this green cream. Love it. So make sure it's pressed in. I don't want it flying everywhere. I'm going to use my eyeliner that doesn't ruin it. This is the Hyper Precise by Maybelline, my trusted eyeliner. So I think, no, see, don't give me headache, do you? No. Going to repeat. And then I'm going to just dust my whole face with the Saffron Hot Fudge. So I'm going to use the shade Vavavoom. I'm going to apply mascara and my lashes, and I'll be back. Right.
I know I ain't crazy.
Anyway, I'm going to do my contour, my nose, and just my cheeks. Then I'm going to put my blush, then my lips. This is the angled contour brush by e.l.f. I'm going to use Shook, just a little bit of Shook. I'm going to use Vavavoom, this for my cheeks. Just to add some definition in the cheek area there. Janisha!
What?
I'm recording!
Oh, you want me to go downstairs?
Oh, shut up! I'm not trying to like contour too much because
I'm going to eat.
now for my blush. I'm going to use a brush like this today. So it's got Furnace, Bonfire, and Molten. I'm going to use the shade Bonfire in the middle. Smile, baby. I'm going to apply that Bonfire. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Just, I literally tap and go.
Yes, me.
I'm going to use a little bit of fairness because that's got a bit of a shimmer. With highlighter today, I'm only going to put in the middle because so much is going on with the eyes. I don't want to now come in cheeks. Poof. I'm trying to make everything just be equal. So adorable. It's balanced. Using that George palette, I'm going to use the shade Goddess for the bridge of my nose and my Cupid bow. Try and diffuse it down. I haven't put anything, I'm just blending it now. It's a bit wet, so it's less chalky looking. And then using that Goddess, I'm just going to just brush the tip of my brow, my brow bone. And just, I'm going to be using Makeup, what is this? Makeup Academy, that's MUA, in the shade Obsession for my lip liner. And then here I'm going to lightly overline. Then after that, I'm just going to fill in the top bit. My lip liner is literally going to be my lipstick today. So now my lips are blended. I'm going to use a liquid lipstick. This is by MUA, but this is the shade I'm using. It's like a rosy peach color. I'm going to apply just a little bit. It smells so good. So what I do, I stick my tongue to the bottom of my lip layers. And then finale.
Oh my god. Oh my god, he on X Games mode.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the finished look. Hope you guys like it, because I do. And I've got nowhere to go thanks to Corona. But guys, seriously, stay safe. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that bell notification so you see more beautiful videos over here. You can watch this one. So yeah, go and watch one of them if you got more time. Thanks for watching.